I'm Harshita with the Surface team. Thanks for joining me. Today, I'm at Microsoft headquarters in Seattle. Like most workplaces of today, the way people work at Microsoft has shifted over the past several years. Around me, there are people working in this office, but there are also many folks working from home and client locations. The ability to work from wherever is not the only thing that has changed for Microsoft and many other organizations. How people work and collaborate has also changed. Today, as I'm sure you're experiencing, there's far more virtual collaboration, and managers and employees are embracing new flexible work styles that uniquely serve the project, task, and circumstances at hand. The one-size-fits-all model is making way for more personal and flexible work. In this new era of flexible work, there are new and continuing demands on the IT team to provide versatile technology solutions that support modern work experiences. This should drive concrete workforce outcomes like increased productivity and operational efficiency. But IT teams are being asked to do this in a resource-constrained environment where you simply cannot keep adding more people to your team, and while still ensuring devices and data are secure, regardless of where and how people work. In this webinar, I'm joined by a team from Microsoft to demonstrate 3 ways in which the powerful combination of Surface and Windows 11 is addressing these demands and empowering flexible work. First, we'll demonstrate how Surface with Windows 11 is designed to help employees work and collaborate in more natural ways, supporting new and diverse work styles that enable people to do their best work. We also show how Surface with Windows 11 helps people focus, get into their flow quicker, and multitask more efficiently. Second, we'll explore how we are enabling easier endpoint management. In a time when employees are working on multiple devices in multiple locations, IT teams need more control with less complexity while also reducing cost. You'll see how we are elevating ease of use for IT and providing ultimate control on devices and data without increasing IT staff needs. Third, we'll discuss how Surface with Windows 11 provides advanced industry-leading security to safeguard your organization. With each passing day, cyber criminals are coming up with new and creative ways of hacking. And unfortunately, cyber attacks continue to escalate both in scale and sophistication. To tackle this, Surface and Windows 11 is always on patrol, bringing sophisticated security right from chip to cloud that provides layers of protection for your end users and organization. This all boils down to Surface and Windows 11 providing new, unique capabilities that unlock the full potential of everyone in your organization with a solution that is intuitive to use, easy for IT, and secure for all. So let's kick off by talking about the first pillar, new intuitive features to empower productivity and enable smart collaboration. Let's start with some of the visual changes that we have brought to Windows 11. We have created an experience that feels effortless and familiar with a minimal learning curve so everyone can pick it up and instantly get to work. The first thing you'll notice is that the taskbar is now front and center, allowing you to access your most used files and applications to help you get to what's most important to you in an instant. Throughout this interface, we have embraced our fluent design language, adding a calming look and feel with rounded corners to mirror the hardware design embodied in the Surface family. Surface and Windows 11's purposeful design aims to support everyone, no matter their work style or environment, while keeping a consistent hardware and software experience. Personally, not all of my tasks or projects can be accomplished solely at my desk with a traditional laptop. I need a device that complements the flexibility my job demands while allowing me to stay productive and creative. For my everyday device, I use the Surface Laptop Studio, our most powerful and versatile device. This device has a touchscreen and allows me to transition seamlessly between 3 distinct modes. Starting as a high-performance laptop, I can access my keyboard to respond to emails or type out a document. Then, when it's time to take a meeting, I can adjust it to a perfectly angled stage. And when I need to ink or annotate, I can recline the device all the way down to create a powerful creative canvas. As I change the posture from laptop to studio mode, you can see that the apps in the taskbar move apart ever so slightly because Windows 11 intuitively recognizes that I'm going to use touch. Surface with Windows 11 knows exactly how I'm interacting with the device and works in perfect synchronicity, intuitively adapting for an incredible touch-first experience. Additionally, using the Surface Laptop Studio's large precision haptic touchpad, gestures are also natively understood. So at any point, I can swipe up with 3 fingers and instantly see everything I'm working on in task view, or swipe down to minimize everything. The haptics on the Surface Laptop Studio make the touchpad super responsive. This is just one of the many examples where gestures could be used to more naturally and easily interact with your device. Another way that we are bringing more natural and intuitive productivity experiences to the workday is through inking. We are taught to write at an early age, but when it comes to computing, this skill often goes unused. Yet, handwriting is one of the most powerful tools we have to communicate and create. Sketching ideas, models, and flowcharts is not easily done with a mouse and keyboard. When it's time to write, as I demonstrated before, I can adjust the display all the way down to studio mode. Surface Slim Pen 2 is magnetically charging and always in my reach, just underneath the device. Windows can tell you when it's removed and intuitively shows the ink menu, where I have instant access to Microsoft Whiteboard. It's just like the whiteboard you may have in the office, only so much more. This whiteboard helps team run effective meetings, visualize ideas, and work creatively with notes, shapes, templates, and more. All of these features are accessible from anywhere and by anyone with access to the Whiteboard app, enabling your whole team to contribute their ideas and collaborate, even when miles apart. All the whiteboards you create or are shared with you are automatically saved to the cloud and accessible in the app across all your devices and the web seamlessly. Let's demonstrate the value with arguably one of the most important concepts in the business world: brainstorming on a whiteboard. To help me illustrate this, I'm going to call my colleague Trevor on Microsoft Teams. Hey there, Trevor.
Hey, Harshita.
Let's open up that whiteboard.
Great, I'm in.
As you can see, Trevor's face has appeared at the top of the whiteboard, and we are now working together. With collaborative cursors, I can even see his mouse and pen as they move around the whiteboard. Part of what is so special about Microsoft Whiteboard is that it can bring together teams in same shared digital space from wherever they work. This is especially important for dispersed teams. I'm also able to have a better quality conversation with Trevor thanks to my Surface Laptop Studio with a feature called Voice Clarity, which enhances vocal accuracy across dictation, recording, and Teams call. Let's take a look.
We design our devices from Surface to Xbox with an emphasis on eco-friendly materials. Our cloud and AI services help businesses cut energy consumption. We design our devices from Surface to Xbox with an emphasis on eco-friendly materials. Our cloud and AI services help businesses cut energy consumption, reduce physical footprints, and design sustainable products themselves.
Wow, that was great. Thanks so much for this, Jude.
Yeah, I'm so glad we did this.
Voice clarity is an important capability that allows people to hear each other with even more accuracy. Trevor, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your device?
Absolutely. Today, I'm taking our meeting using my Surface Pro 9 with 5G. Since most of my work is on the go, I need a device that enables me to work on my terms. Just like your laptop studio that transforms from laptop to studio mode, I'm able to transform my Pro from a laptop into a tablet, allowing for ultimate flexibility. Because of the super fast 5G connectivity built into this device, I'm able to stay connected with you wherever I may find myself. Even here, outside. Something I love about my Surface Pro 9 with 5G are the powerful new capabilities, like Windows Studio effects, which help me to communicate more effectively on my Microsoft Teams calls. This collection of features was built and tested on Surface, and is designed to help me present myself in the best light, even with day-to-day distractions. As you can see, I like to walk around when I'm on a call, and automatic framing keeps me in the video frame, even as I move. And the eye contact feature, which uses AI, makes it appear that I'm keeping eye contact with my colleagues, even if I need to reference my notes. And the portrait background blur shows me in high definition, while softly blurring my background, further enhancing this existing ability within Microsoft Teams. And finally, Voice Focus captures my voice and suppresses background noise, so you can hear me clearly, wherever I am, even here when there is untimely maintenance. All these features are made possible because of the NPU, or Neural Processing Unit, featured on my Surface Pro 9 with 5G. It enables enhanced AI features like Windows Studio effects, all without impacting the CPU or compromising battery life and performance. Great talking with you, Ashita. With this new innovation, you can see how Surface is removing barriers and making meetings feel less artificial, like you're right there with the other person. We're able to do this in a slim, lightweight form factor that mobile professionals demand. With a portable device like this, taking notes, sketching, and navigating needs to feel natural and intuitive, the same feeling you get with pen and paper. The Surface Slim Pen 2 is charged and stored by a magnetic strip at the top of my Surface Pro signature keyboard. One thing I love about this, it has tiny mechanical vibrations or tactile signals that make it really feel like you're writing on a piece of paper with a pen. The dynamic refresh rate of up to 120 Hertz provides a great inking experience while saving battery life when you don't need it. For me, and for many, handwriting is an important method of interaction that enables me to work at my best and unlock my creative expression. And when you write something down, research shows you're more likely to remember it. The Microsoft OneNote app is a great example of this. It's modeled after a physical notebook with sections and pages you can handwrite on. But with OneNote, you can search through your handwritten notes for exactly what you're looking for, convert your handwriting into typed text, and you can even adjust your view so it looks exactly like a lined piece of paper. All of this said though, the Surface Slim Pen 2 is built for more than just inking. You can use the Surface Pen as a mouse and keyboard throughout Windows 11, and even take advantage of additional functionality within familiar apps like slide advancement in PowerPoint. With my Surface Pro in tablet mode, you can use your pen to tap in a text field, and on-screen keyboard instantly appears. Of course, you could type with your fingers and resize and personalize the keyboard, but you can also use your Surface Pen for shape writing, giving you even faster typing ability. Or you can switch to the handwriting input panel and use your own natural handwriting as the keyboard, anywhere the cursor flashes. Windows 11 allows you to use Surface Pro in whatever way works best for you. Your apps adapt instantly to the orientation of your screen and remember exactly how you left it. There are many reasons to reach for a lightweight, portable device, and Surface Pro 9 has them covered. Long battery life, a touchscreen designed for digital pen, high-quality immersive audio and video for your calls, and a camera that places you squarely in frame. Surface Pro brings ultra-thin, portable productivity anywhere you need it. Clearly, I like to be on the go, but sometimes you just need to sit down at a desk with monitors and get work done. I'm going to hand it off to my colleague Sixta to show us more.
While Trevor likes the flexibility to work anywhere, there are times when the task at hand is best done at a desk. Much of my work requires me to have multiple apps displayed at once. I'll show you how Windows 11 has made jobs like mine easy, with various tools to keep you organized and in your flow. I used to be hesitant to disconnect my laptop and move around from place to place because I had arranged my apps across my monitors the way I like them. Making the switch to Windows 11 helped me address this. Notice how Microsoft Teams is on my Surface Laptop 5 display. The Edge browser is on this monitor, and a Word document is here. When I disconnect, everything is consolidated on my laptop display, and then I am free to work from wherever I like. When I get back to my desk and connect to Surface Dock 2, all of my apps return right back to where they were. This Windows 11 feature greatly improves my workflow. Surface devices like my Surface Laptop 5 feature a 3:2 aspect ratio. This means the display is a bit more square and mimics the shape of a classic piece of paper. Like the other devices you have seen today, the display also supports both touch and inking experiences, allowing you to scroll through and ink on documents with ease. The display makes it easier for our brains to understand writing boundaries, and perhaps, more importantly, it provides 18% more vertical screen real estate on Surface devices. If you think about it, this really makes sense. Most things in our lives scroll vertically, like documents and web pages. Yet, most screens in our lives are typically widescreen. On Surface, users can see just a bit more before they need to scroll. Multitasking is something that we all do. Like me, I'm sure you're familiar with having multiple apps and files open at the same time and have had the experience of tabbing between them as you try to navigate your workload. Often, you're using more than one app and want to see them side by side. This is where Surface and Windows 11 shine. Let's say, for example, you're building a proposal in a PowerPoint deck, but you need to draw data and insights from both Excel and Power BI. Instead of constantly switching between these apps, you can snap PowerPoint on one side, and Windows 11 will then ask what you like on the other side. So let's select Excel. By dragging the window to the top of the display, you can snap in a variety of ways to suit your workflow. This snap layout would work great to show Power BI, Excel, and PowerPoint at the same time. This is where both the unique dimensions of the Surface display and Windows 11 work together for you, giving you more screen productivity and multitasking productivity. Now, have you ever had a long email to write or a lengthy presentation to script and wish there was a faster way to type it out? Voice typing with Windows 11 is the fastest way to get your message across. It's something people do every day on their smartphones, and now it is possible throughout your entire experience with Windows. By pressing Windows key and H, your Surface will start listening and type whatever you say, wherever it needs to go. It will even add the punctuation for you. For people with disabilities, this can be a game-changing way to make typing a more natural and intuitive experience. Most of our Surface devices feature dual far field studio microphones that are exceptionally tuned by audio engineers to capture rich and clear vocal sound. The speakers on Surface devices provide crystal clear audio, with many of our devices being certified Dolby Atmos. Our engineers have specifically calibrated them for vocal tones, so you can hear others naturally. But not everyone has the same hearing ability. People who are deaf or hard of hearing often need to hope the website or media player they're using supports captions. Now, in Windows 11, live captioning is built into the operating system. This takes any audio that the PC can play and captions it live, including the microphone. The user can customize the look and feel for maximum readability. Live Captions joins an entire suite of accessibility-focused tools that are built directly into Windows 11 and can be accessed with 2 clicks. My device is outfitted with labels from the Surface Adaptive Kit. It helps people identify critical keys, match ports and cables, and open their Surface. The keycap labels, 3-dimensional bump labels, port indicators, and openers let you make small adjustments to improve finding, opening, and using your Surface to make them more easily accessible for everybody. Just like Windows 11, our laptops mold the familiar with innovative, allowing people to work how they want in exciting new ways. Back to you, Harishita.
Thanks, Sixta. These are just some of the productivity enhancements we have made for Windows 11, and they shine bright on Surface. Let's move to our second pillar, ease of management for IT. Surface for Business is on a mission to simplify deployment, management, and support for your hybrid workforce, while providing cost-effective solutions so that IT can empower every worker from anywhere they work. Windows Autopilot simplifies Windows 11 device setup with minimal IT interaction. With cloud-based services, you can deploy pre-configured PCs almost anywhere for a seamless transition to modern devices, saving deployment time. And your employees can get up and running faster too, for less downtime and more productivity. What would take hours of traditional deployment time now only takes minutes with Windows Autopilot. The same familiar experience from Windows 10 is brought to Windows 11 to make it easier and simpler to deploy. When your employees go through the out-of-box experience, they can immediately see the fresh, new Windows 11 user experience right from the start. Also, important Surface firmware and security updates can all be done with Windows Update for Business and Windows Auto Patch that's new to Windows 11. Surface is in a unique position to push UEFI firmware updates through these services. So when there are any firmware vulnerabilities, you know Surface can protect your devices right down to the firmware level with just an update. We're also enabling accelerated adoption with an expanded number of policies available through cloud management solutions like Microsoft Intune. Now, within Intune, we introduced Surface Management Portal, a one-stop solution for IT admins to manage, monitor, and self-serve. Let's take a look. You can view insights into the health of all Surface devices along with warranty status, view and create support requests, view device inventory count, and check Windows 11 update eligibility all in one single location. We understand that one of the critical considerations for the IT team in migrating to Windows 11 is ensuring all of your applications continue to work. With our App Azure Promise, you can migrate with confidence knowing all of your Windows 10 applications will still work. In fact, our research shows that 99.6% of applications are compatible with Windows 11. Surface also provides the flexibility for customers to choose from various versions of Windows through OS choice, where the devices are shipped with the customer's chosen OS directly from the factory. For all of the organizations that have ARM-based devices, we have great news. We have x64 emulation with Windows 11 to run all of your applications. Now that you've seen how much easier it is to manage devices, let's move to our third pillar, advanced security. Windows 11 was built so that you can streamline management of your hybrid workplace and protect data anywhere with the most secure Windows yet. Joining me to tell you all about the latest security innovations on Windows 11 is Catherine Holdsworth, who leads the Windows 11 device management and security team. Hi, Catherine. Thanks for joining me.
Harshita, it's great to be here.
Windows 11 is the most secure Windows ever. Can you tell me why that is?
Yes, of course. Our customers need modern security solutions that deliver end-to-end protection anywhere. Windows 11 is built with zero trust principles at the core. Harshita, in a nutshell, zero trust helps you make sure that all this Windows security goodness is turned on properly. It's really it. Your data, your identity, and access are safeguarded to help keep you protected and productive.
Wow, okay. We often say that we provide sophisticated protection and industry-leading security from chip to cloud. What does that really mean?
So, Harshita, hardware and software security work together to help keep users, data, and devices protected at every layer, from the hardware all the way to the cloud. So at the hardware level, we have safeguards including hardware root of trust for powerful security from the moment you power on. Operating system protection shields the OS against unauthorized access to critical data. Application protection delivers robust application security. and prevents access to unverified code. Identity protection safeguards users with passwordless security. And then you wrap all of this in a bow and you think about cloud protection, which extends security to the cloud, ensuring that your devices are provably healthy and managed.
That's great. At Surface, we say every layer from chip to cloud is maintained by Microsoft, which gives our users ultimate control, proactive protection, and peace of mind wherever and however work gets done. Let's talk about one of my favorite security features, Windows Hello. It's made login so much quicker. Tell us about it.
Absolutely, Harshita, and I love hearing that you love Windows Hello as well. So Windows Hello Camera provides consistent, fast, secured, and seamless facial authentication. Windows 11 continuously advances facial recognition authentication technology through algorithmic software improvements. And to complement the software changes, select Surface devices also used enhanced hardware in the camera system for improved facial recognition performance. So, for example, larger infrared sensor resolution and a higher IR wavelength, which is more resistance to interference from ambient light.
Oh, this is great. This is such a great example of how hardware and software is coming together really well for security. So let's say I log into my Surface with Windows Hello. How do I know that this particular facial recognition data is well protected?
You know, Harshita, that's a really good question, and I think about that a lot myself. Now, you know that privacy and protecting confidential data such as facial and fingerprint identity is of utmost importance to us here. Your biometric data is safe on your device and never leaves the device or goes to Microsoft servers. The strong credential that is powered by your biometric data is secured by the use of a trusted platform module, which we also refer to as TPM. The TPM is a hardware component used by Windows to help securely store keys and measurements that verify the integrity of the system. So your keys are securely stored and this data never leaves your device and your identity is protected. The good news, Harshita, is that we have integrated Windows Hello right into the flow when you set up your new PC. And we have recently made Windows Hello for Business easier than ever to deploy by removing some of the complex PKI requirements that we originally had. And once Windows is set up in your business environment, that delightful face or fingerprint login will be there for you.
Talking about TPM, our latest Surface Pro 9 with 5G running Microsoft SQ3 processor comes with Microsoft Pluton technology. Tell us what Pluton is all about.
Oh, Harshita, I love the Surface Pro 9. It is my new favourite device. Now, it really excites me that the Pluton security processor designed by Microsoft is a secure, extensible and updatable hardware embedded directly into the CPU and provides a strong security foundation to Windows 11. Pluton consists of 3 layers: hardware, firmware and software working together to help prevent against really quite sophisticated attacks. Pluton is designed to help harden existing Windows security features and also enable new security capabilities. Pluton can also be configured as a TPM 2.0 device, which is used by Windows in features like BitLocker, as well as your favourite Windows Hello, to protect this cryptographic materials that are used to protect user data as well as identities. And on top of this, there's actually one more thing I think that's really important to mention. To provide ongoing protection against current and future threats, the firmware on your device being up to date is just as important as keeping your software up to date. So now the Windows Update service can deliver and manage Pluton firmware updates as well.
This definitely makes Surface Pro 9 with Pluton redefine Windows security at the CPU layer. Let's talk about firmware. I was surprised to learn that about 80% of the companies experienced a firmware attack in 2019. But what was shocking to me was that only 29% had allocated resource to protect this firmware layer. How are we tackling this?
You know, I was also surprised to learn the same actually, and it's a really big problem. So now we have secure core PCs which are designed to elevate the benefits of Windows 11 security. Secure core PCs provide additional hardware and software protection for the people that handle the most sensitive data in your organisation. Secured core PCs, amongst other things, are designed to block sophisticated attacks, helping to ensure that devices launch in a really safe state.
How did Surface move the needle in innovation with Windows 11 in this area?
We developed an approach we call Firmware Attack Surface Reduction, or PHASER, by identifying the smallest set of core firmware components required for booting the PC. With these components, we securely measure and attest the authenticity in a tamper-resistant way, and we carefully control the list of components allowed to execute, which reduces the firmware attack surface.
And to add to that, what's also great is the fact that we could now push any security updates directly to the firmware through Windows Update, making sure Surface is always kept secure. Let's talk about the next layer, applications level. How is Windows 11 enabling more advanced security benefits?
There's a number of things I'd really like to mention here. The first is Smart App Control, which is a new feature, and particularly those who are from smaller businesses who may not have big IT teams. Smart App Control is designed to prevent users from running untrusted or unsigned applications, which is really where your malware is most likely to hide. Smart App Control analyzes existing intelligence plus 24 trillion new security signals gathered daily to predict if an app is safe, and it's actually built on the same cloud-based AI used in the Windows Defender application control used by really large enterprises. Of course, if you're a large enterprise, your IT team can use Windows Defender application control to manage the apps your people use to help keep your organisation safe. So the second thing I'd like to mention is enhanced phishing protection with Microsoft Defender Smart Screen, which helps protect against credential theft and also helps your IT see if any of your users have been tricked and monitors some of that credential theft activity. Surface devices with secure core PCs can also take advantage of config lock, where the device remembers the default registry key settings and goes back to the set IT state instantaneously, even without internet connectivity, to protect the device settings that your IT needs. These are just some of the latest Windows 11 improvements. We will continue to bring more and more advanced security features to Windows 11 and Surface as we move forward together.
And all of these applications could be controlled with cloud, which is great. It just encloses the chip-to-cloud security.
Yeah, that really is the chip-to-cloud thing we love. You have all of that great Windows security wrapped in a bow, and then you add that cloud management on top, and bingo, you have that zero trust.
Absolutely. And with industry-leading security that elevates safety and protection, it doesn't compromise user productivity. And also with the intuitive management suite your team is very familiar with, Windows 11 and Surface allows teams to focus on what matters most. Thanks for making this possible. This was such an insightful conversation. Thanks for joining us, Catherine.
My pleasure, Harshita. Anytime. I absolutely love working with the Surface team.
It was amazing to talk with Catherine. She represents one of the many passionate folks at Microsoft who are putting your safety and security at the very center of our solutions. As we have come to the end of the webinar, what I hope you took out of today is that through Surface and Windows 11, Microsoft is designing solutions that operate in synchronicity and that are built around people. Flexibility, versatility, and performance are at the heart of what we do at Surface. And that's why we have purpose-built devices that adapt and flex to the way you work. To summarize, you saw how our diverse family of devices with Windows 11 empowers productivity and smarter collaboration, enabling employees to work however they want. In a demanding, complex environment, we have made managing devices easy, simple, and seamless for IT. All of this is backed with powerful industry-leading security from the chip all the way to the cloud, so that you can focus on what matters most to you. I invite you to explore our lineup of Surface devices and learn more about Surface for your organization at surface.com/business. We have created a blog specifically for you, our IT fans, with monthly posts detailing our latest innovations and updates. Subscribe to our blog at aka.ms/surfaceitproblog. Finally, we'll be sending an email with additional learning resources after this webinar. Many thanks to our speakers, Trevor, Sixta, Catherine, and of course to you for joining us for this session. Thank you.